Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. I don't think I've made one since the live stream. I tried yesterday and I kept getting interrupted literally every 3 minutes. Like the doorbell, the phone, the Skype, the whatever. So I really had a hard time. I'll just tell you what I did. I did the blast furnace in the live stream. And the only thing I use this really for is silicon cells. And if we look up here, not up there, up here, we now have two MV solar arrays. The ones I had up there, they just weren't cutting it. So I made an MFSU, and the solar panels and the MFSU seem to be enough. There's enough excess energy during the day that this thing doesn't drain the MFSU at night. So that is okay for now. And what I also did in the live stream, instead of, well, I actually was going to run the energy bridge and steam consumer right here, and then I had run glass fiber cable through the floor up through the wall. I decided, why not just tesseract the steam right there? It'll be kind of like a wireless EU. So if we look at this, 480 millibuckets of steam out of 720, giving us 128 and 105. Now, the way I have this hooked up, typically what you would do is you'd hook up your MFSU, and then you'd put your MV transformer, and then you just run off of it. Well, these two fiber cables are touching. It comes out of the MV producer and goes to the MFSU, and then it also goes to either MFE. I have an MFE on the bottom of, this is the industrial grinder, that's the blast furnace. So basically what it's going to do is it'll pull from, not sure which is the priority since they're the same distance, but the output of the MFSU is in through the transformer. So it'll either get power. I need to do something about slimes. I don't know where it is. Oh, here we go. I want to update extra utilities just for that torch that doesn't allow mobs to spawn within 64 blocks. Kind of like the old interdiction torch. Anyhow, so the power is going to come from the MV producer. The transformer here prevents these guys from blowing up, so they'll either take power from the MFSU or from the MV producer. Either way, doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. As long as they're fully powered, that's all that matters. And unfortunately, since I sunk this into the floor, I wanted both of the actual machines to be at floor level, since this one actually goes on the second level of the machine. It's 9 regular casings, 8 reinforced casings with water in the middle, and then 9 regular casings again, I believe. I hope I don't have them backward. Yeah, standard machine casings on the top and bottom. The middle is advanced. But I wanted both of the actual machines themselves to be at floor level for this platform. So I sunk that down. So my ME cable is in the floor right here, but on the right side, as you can see, the glass fiber cable kind of sticks down, but not really that big of a deal. I don't really care. So today we want to make the Implosion compressor. I've already laid it out. It's this pattern. Advanced machine, wait, not advanced, reinforced machine casing. The advanced is a pain in the ass. I don't have the resources for that yet. So reinforced machine casing, like a plus sign with standard machine casings on the corners, the middle is all advanced machine casings. I keep saying that. Reinforced machine casings. We'll just come down here. The middle, 8 reinforced, and you make the same pattern on the bottom as you did on the top. And if I can get out of here, the compressor actually goes right in the middle, right there. And it kind of sucks because you have to run the power into that block and your ME cables as well, unless you use routers. So I'm not sure how I'm going to power this one. I'll probably just run the fiber cable up this way and then run the ME cable from the other side. Either way, we need to make the machine itself. It's a compressor, obviously, and some other stuff. And I have patterns. Well, I have some of these. I have patterns for a lot of things. But I happen to have made a couple of these because I knew we'd need them. So we really just need to make a compressor, and not an automatic one, just a regular compressor. And then grab our other ingredients. So I want to say that a compressor is stone, a circuit, and a machine block. That's right. And I probably have one of these already, but I'm not going to use it. And then what else did we need? We needed 2 more circuits. We needed 2 advanced machine blocks. What else? Advanced alloy. And I really like that you don't have to use the rolling machine for this anymore. I'm just going to have to get everything set up so that we can actually make them. And I made a little list. Boom. Oh, that's only 32. Okay, cool. I made a list. I wanted to make... I got the implosion compressor, the illuminator, because I need to see what that looks like when it's filled with glowstone juice, which I still have some, and a canning machine, so we could start making. And I think I do have to make this module for this, so we can start making mercury cells, so then we can start grinding up all this ferrous ore that we have in here. If I can hit the F key. 1,000 ferrous ore. I haven't run a quarry in a while because if you look at our resources here, you can't just... Oh, there we go. Look at that. We've got quite a few of just about everything. Tin and copper doesn't show in here for some reason. They're not called ingots. They're just called copper and tin. Probably an IC2 thing. And I'm using diamonds, but that's what they're for. It doesn't do any good if you don't spend them on anything. Alright, so there it is. And I don't know if one is the front or if it really matters. I do know that you have to put the TNT in through the bottom, which is tricky because you can't get to the bottom of this. So you really have to use a router for that one. And I think what I did last time is I had a wall here. There was a wall like this. And basically what I did was I put a router here, a router here, and a router here. and I hooked up the the export buses to each of the routers. I told one of them to put the TNT in the bottom. I told the other one to put the plates in the top so they could get compressed. And I told the other one to pull everything out the side. But I'm only going to have to use one router for this to insert through the bottom. So unfortunately, the router has to be touching this block, or it has to be touching a connected inventory like an oven or a chest or whatever. So you might as well just put your router right next to it, throw your export bus, and tell it to input into the bottom. So that's how we're going to do that. I forgot that was only 32 EU. Let's make a sign for that so when we do the power, we don't forget, because I will blow that machine up and then I'll be pissed. Okay. Hopefully that will prevent a catastrophe. So, let's make a canning machine. What do we need for that? A machine block and a circuit. Maybe I should just make a recipe for that. I did not make a recipe for a rebat. And that sucks because now I'm going to have to make one. Because we're going to need one for this thing. So I'm going to need 2 more circuits. I already made a bunch of aluminum plates. Basically, I cooked up all the aluminum dust I had in the blast furnace the other day. I turned about half of it into plates. Oh, or more than half, okay. And what else do we need? Glass. I got that backward, don't I? Didn't I? There we go. And that thing... Oh, I forgot the battery. Router Joe's going to be back and forth. I had him come over to look at something and then he crashed. And then he came back and then he crashed again. At least I'm assuming he crashed because he didn't say bye or anything. He just disappeared. He'll probably send me a Skype message and say, "What the hell did you do to my game?" Alright, cool. That one's 32 as well. Let's look at this interface, if we can. Yeah. I don't remember. I know I had a problem with this one. You pull stuff out of the back of it. I think of the cells go in either side. The quicksilver goes in the top, and anything else goes, or you pull everything out of the back of it. So let's do this while we're over here. Where'd my fiber cable go? Did I put it away? I could have sworn I had it in my inventory. I had like half a stack of it. I took down the wireless access point temporarily. I had to figure out the power situation, and that's doing just fine. I think I lost some fiber cable. Router Joe probably did something with it. Or it fell out of my inventory crafting or something like that. No, not up here. Alright. So what we're going to have to do... Oh, there it is. Okay, I thought I had it. So we're just going to run this down here. And we're going to put the power plant for this guy, I guess. And I guess anything else that's over here. Right here. So can probably just run it. Well, maybe. Real touchy with the drill. Alright, so we can probably, I'm not really sure exactly where the canning machine and stuff is going to go, but I think that right here is a pretty good place for it. So let's just put it right here. Kind of like we did up there with the ME thing, and then I'll just build like a facade in front of it. And I figure we could have the canning machine and a row of centrifuges right here. In a wall, of course. And I haven't run ME cable over here yet, so I'll tell you what, let me grab the steam stuff for the consumer and another energy bridge and stuff like that. And I'll run some ME cable so that we can start canning some pearls. And I'll run the cables and stuff, and then we'll hook it up. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay guys, I have run the ME cable all the way over here, and I'm not gonna run the fiber. I'm just gonna run it underneath, and it'll just come up through the floor right here. And I guess I could run it right here, but there's really no reason to, because I mean, it's going to be running off of this boiler just like the other one is. So we need to do that. And I figure I'll just put this one just like the other one. And I'm going to put them on the same frequency, and I'm going to hope that since I'm only going to run LV producers on this side, that it should be just fine. And I know somebody's going to point out the pattern here. It's just to get all the steam there. It has nothing to do with anything else. I'm going to call that steam 1. So now this guy, if that thing is still filling up, oh, it's already full, unfortunately. But I wanted to see, it should be getting like 720 millibuckets of steam all at once. So how we're going to do this one, I suppose, actually, let's put it on this side, since I think that would make more sense, since we're going to split it between the machines up there and the implosion compressor here. So this is going to need to go down there instead of over here. Stupid logistics, man. Alright, so let me fix this up real quick. I would like a flat surface to walk on. Or to work with, whatever. Alright, so let's do it this way. Tesseract. Receive some steam. Steam consumer. Energy bridge. And then I'm going to make these 3 LV producers. But I wonder if I should put that one. Nah. It'll be alright. So we're going to put out 3 times the packets. But it's only going to be low voltage packets. And I may throw a bat box in the mix at some point, but we'll see. I almost just hit my canning machine with the wrench, or the drill rather. Very bad. Let's lower that one. Alright, steam in, LV out. I really need to fill this up with water. Here's the problem with that though. They spawn on the platforms. Since most of my platforms are below the level for slimes to spawn. It's really annoying. If anybody knows how to make slimes not spawn, please tell me. Alright, so I have brought with me 2 export buses and 1 import bus. And we're going to put our import bus on the back. And I think you can rotate it with this wrench. Is that facing where it needs to face? I think so. And then we're going to put, let's put the export buses on that side and the top. Don't know why I want Liquidex for that. Alright, so let's try this thing out. I did not make a pattern for cells. What I was doing when I was electrolyzing stuff is I just made a few stacks of them and I just let them recycle. Oh, do I not have any? Whoops. I think I need to cook this, right? I was making a bunch of refined iron. Let's deactivate that. We need to cook some of this stuff up for real. Alright, I thought I could industrial grind it straight into cells, but I think that's only with the stuff that you find in the nether. Alright, so I think that cells go through here. Maybe. Did I not hook that up all the way? Or maybe the cells go through the top. Actually, I'm stupid. There are no cells in the system right now because they're all in my inventory. Alright, empty cells go there or there. It doesn't really matter which. Do Quicksilver on that one. And it's already working. As you can see. And the mercury cells are getting sucked back into the system. I'm using basic import buses on these because I don't really need them to craft anything. I don't need it to move a stack at a time. It doesn't need to be super fast. It just needs to happen. And it'll happen while we're offline. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll have probably, actually it'll probably be done before bed tonight. However many cells are in the system, we're going to end up with that many mercury cells. And at that point what we can do is we can then set up our industrial grinder so that the mercury cells and the ferrous comes through the grinder and it gets ground into whatever it gets ground into. Having dyslexic moment right now. If we look at the uses for ferrous, where's the industrial grinder? There it is. So then we get nickel dust. No, that's not the one. We want this one. We get nickel dust, platinum dust, and we get the cell back. So we take the platinum dust, run it through the centrifuge. This turns into one iridium nugget. Bam! And another pile of nickel dust. So this is our ultimate goal for the iridium nuggets. Actually, I guess this is the ultimate goal. So what we'll do next time, we'll set this guy up. We'll get that stuff processing, and then I'll have to figure out what else I really need to set up. Maybe we'll go ahead and I'll let that run a little bit, and then we'll set up the implosion compressor to run with the iron iridium things or whatever the hell we have to make for that. So this is working beautifully. The bottleneck right now is the Quicksilver. I wasn't processing it because I really didn't care about it at the time. So no big deal. I want to look at this very quickly. Yeah, this is going to be plenty to run this thing. Probably, I could probably put like a whole row of industrial centrifuges in the wall. I could put furnace, macerator, whatever else I want over here. If I want. So I'll work all that out, and then we'll set up those guys next episode along with the industrial grinder. So that'll do it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you know how to keep slimes from spawning, please leave me a comment as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.